Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another Dragon Ball figure news video. Last time for our bi-weekly figure news video, that one went up on Wednesday the 31st. And I figured, you know what, figured, you know what, let's just now have it be every other weekend from that weekend after that Wednesday going forward, because technically it's supposed to be for the week before. So now we are going to be on track with bi-weekly videos for figure news. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Obviously, I know there were people asking when I wasn't doing the series for a little bit to bring it back. So we are back. So I hope you guys do enjoy it as well. I do want to say thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. We have been under that 2K mark for a fat minute now, so it is very nice to see that finally on the channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. I think it is partially due to the fact that I have been uploading a lot more shorts recently. If you have not been checking out the shorts tab on the channel, you should definitely go do that, because I have been uploading, or at least attempting to upload shorts every other day now. So it has been going well so far, and I've actually been really enjoying it. Really like making shorts content. It's very fun. So definitely look out for those, and thank you again for your support as well. By the way, I did want to mention before we get into it, I know I mentioned that this video is currently in the works. Last week was just very busy, so I didn't have any time to work on that video. So hopefully for this coming weekend, you know, obviously after the weekend that this is going up, this video will be done. So thank you for your patience on that. There have also been a couple of complications with the video because one of the figures broke. So tell you more about that when you know, the video happens. But I digress. Let's get into the news for these last 2 weeks. So obviously, we talked about the Clear Eyes Gohan Beast and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the last figure news video that we covered. So moving on from there, this is pretty funny. This isn't figure news, I guess, but I just wanted to put it in there because this is something I know I've kind of wanted for a fat minute. Apparently no word on where this will be officially available yet, but a perfect thing for Valentine's Day for sure. An actual Deborah cookie and Boo chocolate little like tray that you can use to make. That is pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we actually have a bunch of pretty cool stuff to take a look at for this bi-weekly. It's kind of weird saying not this week, but this like 2 weeks. I don't know. Here is this month's figures to be released on the Jump calendar. Obviously, always keep in mind that these are Japanese releases, so of course we will probably get these about a month or two afterward. But the BOS Special Gogeta, which I know I almost really want to get this guy. Like, I already have way too many Gogeta figures. I really should get rid of some, but like, he just looks so good. We talked about this guy, I know, in a previous video because I was talking about him in that video. But yeah, he is coming out this month in Japan, which is awesome. So definitely very cool. I am very excited to see some pictures of him pop up because obviously, you know, that will be great, actually seeing what he ends up looking like, right? Besides that, we did have the release of the Zarbon and Vegeta, which is obviously the Matchmakers one. We've also taken a look rather, excuse me, at these in a previous video. And actually, queued up for you here at the top, I actually do have a image of them in person. This was one that was taken at, I assume, an arcade machine where you can win these guys. And they actually turned out pretty good. I honestly think that Zarbon might look better than Vegeta, but I think they both look pretty decent. So this is definitely, like, if you love the Saiyan Saga, or Saiyan Saga, sorry, I'm looking at Vegeta and I'm thinking Saiyan Saga, the Namek Saga, rather, excuse me, duh, dang, I'm a fraud today, bro. The Namek Saga, right? This is definitely two figures that you should definitely cop. I will probably get these guys eventually. They're not, like, you know, super high on my priority list at the moment, but definitely would love to get these two because this is a pretty cool moment to be able to recreate in figure form. So that is awesome, and these guys turned out pretty good. I will say Zarbon's head almost looks like a little long, but it is kind of like that in the anime anyway. I love the Vegeta smirk is so, like, in depth. His face almost kind of looks like it's pulled out a little bit, but I think that also might just be the angle of the image. But yeah, Very cool, though. And then, obviously, this Ichiban Kuji set right here with, of course, the World Tournament Ichiban Kuji, right? We talked about this a while ago, so let's see. So it looks like there was a bit of a mix-up. Yeah. Oh! Wait, really? Oh, no. Okay, yeah. I think we did know that. Wait, maybe we didn't. Wait, really? Hold on a second. Interesting. So obviously we knew about that, but apparently the Goku without the turban and umbrella is actually the last one prize, and the double chance prize, the announcer. Yeah. The turban with the umbrella. Goku without the turban and the umbrella is the last one prize. Yeah, okay, we did know that. Yeah. I was confused. I was thinking that meant that this one was actually the A prize. No. This one is the A prize. Yeah, okay. I was going to be like, huh? So, either way, though, when it comes to that particular Ichiban Kuji, I am actually very excited to show you. Let me go back to that because the funny link broke it there. With that Ichiban Kuji releasing, I'll show you more pictures of that in a second. I just figured we'd go through the rest of this real quick. The high-grade Androids exclusive set also coming out this month in Japan, right? I think we talked about these guys a little while ago. Very interesting that they have not sent out like colored pictures of these besides like obviously the production images, but yeah, these guys are also coming out this month. So if you are interested in these, right, keep in mind these are minifigures, so they will be very small, and I do think that they are kind of overpriced for what it is, right? It's only basically 4 inches per figure, and granted you are getting a bunch, but like even if it was like $5 a figure, like even $10 a figure, right? 10, 20, this would be like 100. I don't know. I don't think 200 is worth it for me personally, but obviously do with your money what you wish. So, oh my gosh, I forgot we have so many exciting things coming out this month. The Zarbon, right, the Transformed Zarbon, the Dragon Ball Arise one that we talked about before, this guy is releasing this month, so I don't know if we'll see any pictures of him. I don't think I've seen any on Twitter, but this guy, which I'm not going to lie, I almost kind of regret skipping him, but not really, because I still think he was really overpriced. You guys probably remember I made a video talking about this guy when they initially announced him on Premium Bandai, that he was, quite expensive. Obviously, $70, and then it would end up being like 80 and basically 90 with all of the stuff that Premium Bandai tacks on. And he obviously does come with the stand, and I think it's just a little bit too much, especially considering that the original price was way less than this guy. But to be fair, I guess on the aftermarket it is sort of about the price you'd be paying for him, so I guess it is a bit of a toss-up there. But apparently, if you do want him, he is sold out on Big Bad Toy Store, so I think you would have to definitely kind of look around for this guy, because I know for a fact, it says on Myth Factory they have him, but this is EU, so definitely if you're in the EU, then you could look at that website, but I digress. Obviously, this guy will be coming out this month, so I'm sure that we will see some reviews of him pop up online of people comparing him to the original version. I don't think I've actually seen any of the people who I watch who unbox SH Figuarts and review them talk about this guy yet, so I don't know if he has actually dropped yet. Because I haven't seen any pictures. I have heard some people have been getting him, but I haven't really seen anything. So if you have, let me know in the comment section below. But this guy right here is also the other very exciting release that is going to be happening this month. I'm sure you guys probably remember when I talked about this guy. Obviously, this being the SH Figuarts MUI Goku, right? This guy, I swear, was available for pre-order so long ago, and now he is finally going to be releasing. I believe in Japan it is February, and then for the States over here, from Premium Bandai, we are going to be getting him. This guy guy will be delivered in March, so I'm sure we'll get to see some pictures of this guy when people in Japan get their hands on him. I'm really, really looking forward to it, honestly, because this is definitely one of my most anticipated figures of this year for sure. Obviously, I know a lot of people are really excited about this guy as well, especially those of us who missed out on the original MUI Goku. So very, very exciting for sure. And obviously, this is also the MUI Goku that comes with the book as well. So it'll be interesting to see the actual contents of this book and, you know, how much they go into depth about the history of SH Figuarts, so I am quite looking forward to it. But yeah, that will be the final figure that is releasing this month in Japan, which I am very excited about. Again, that MUI Goku, because I obviously ordered him myself, so we will definitely get to see him when he drops in Japan. However, the thing that I did want to throw up on the screen for you is that we do have a bunch of in-person pictures, actually, of the World Tournament Ichiban Kuji. This is obviously in one of the stores. You can see that they have all of the figures up on display here, but it's pretty cool. Obviously, I'll show you some up-close ones in a second, but this is the minifigures. I just wanted to make sure that I threw those in here in some of these smaller prizes. But we have a bunch of people who have actually gotten these figures in person, right? People who have actually won them. And I gotta say, I think these turned out really good. Obviously, this was a set that a lot of people were really highly anticipating, and I think overall the figures actually turned out very good. The tournament announcer was the one that I was looking forward to the most, so it's good to see that my boy actually turned out looking really good. We have the Prize A Goku here standing in front of it. It's so funny. I swear I've seen like a bunch of Japanese figure collectors on Twitter have this Dragon Stars World Tournament stage that I believe was only exclusive to the US, so they must have imported it. So I just think it's kind of funny sometimes how that works, where we import stuff from them and they import stuff from us. It's a funny world that we live in, right? But I digress, right? This looks really good. Obviously, I think they did a very good job on Goku himself. The umbrella looks fantastic as well. This is one of those figures that I would probably want to get down the line, because I actually do have a figure of Goku in this outfit. I have the World Figure Coliseum one from a couple years back, but I would definitely love to get this one at some point as well. We do also have the World Tournament announcer himself. I am very glad that I'm seeing more good of this guy than bad. I have seen a couple of reports that some of the QC on copies of this figure have not been that great, where they have looked kind of stinky, so I'm glad to see that it looks like on the most of these, you know, they look really, really good. Look at this. This guy's like, oh my gosh, thank you, people in charge of Ichiban Kuji. Yeah, I never thought we'd get a figure of this guy, but obviously the GOAT definitely deserves a figure, so that is very, very cool. Here's another shot of Piccolo. Again, I think they did a great job with this whole set. Very Dragon Ball-esque, right? The sculpt looks like it just invokes those feelings of watching Dragon Ball for me, for sure, with the proportions and the style of the faces and everything like that. I think they did a really, really good job. Here's a picture of someone who got the last one, prize one. I actually think I prefer the one with the umbrella, to be honest with you. Something about Goku's face here, I swear they like made it smaller than it was on like the image on the box, right? On the original production images. Like something about the shape of his eyes, I swear, looks like different. Oops, I just dropped my headphones. Looks different than, obviously, like, you know, the picture in the background. I think his like eyes are like more far apart or something like that. I do wonder if this may just be like a, you know, one figure thing where it's just this particular copy of the figure has the eyes kind of separate like this. It doesn't look bad by any means, but I definitely think that the one in the background looks a little bit better. By the way, I know obviously the figure that we have all been looking forward to the most, I would say, out of all of them is definitely Chi-Chi, because obviously Chi-Chi has like no figures whatsoever. So it's very nice to see that they actually did a very good job on Chi-Chi. This is an unboxing if you would like to watch it. And this guy actually, oh, Google Translate's doing me dirty right now, but this person took a picture of Goku next to Chi-Chi and actually scale fairly well, I guess, right? This looks pretty good to me. Obviously, Goku is very bulky compared to Chi-Chi, but of course that makes sense because this is Kaioken. So it'll be cool to compare these two once I finally get them on the shelf. Now, don't worry, I'll show you what this is in a second, because I know you're probably looking at that yellow thing and going, huh? But here's some up-close pictures of Chi-Chi. Now, I do believe that this one is a repaint, yes. But obviously the sculpt is still the same. You can tell that this guy repainted it so that the colors were a little bit different. But obviously the sculpt is very, very nice on Chi-Chi. So I'm very happy to report that, oops, sorry Goku, that she actually did turn out very, very good. As I know, she was a very highly anticipated figure. The only thing that definitely, you know, is a little bit unfortunate is obviously, right, you can kind of see this big fat line in the middle of her head. But I mean, that's pretty typical for figures from, you know, Bandai. And not to mention, when you're looking at it like this, it's a little bit harder to see. So, but it definitely is there. Is this guy in a car? I just realized. I see there's an airbag. Maybe, oh yeah, maybe obviously driving to the store to play the Ichiban Kuji. But anyhow, though, besides that, for the February 5th Dragon Ball Weekly News, the only thing that they put up for figure-wise was obviously the Ichiban Kuji that we just took a look at, and obviously the Zarbon and Vegeta Matchmakers releasing in that same week. So nothing crazy on that one. This was pretty funny. I don't know if you've seen my tweets about this. The Dragon Ball Reese's cereal collab. If you go to certain stores, I know Walmart had it near us. You can find Dragon Ball themed Reese's Puffs, which is kind of funny and sort of surreal, to be 100% honest with you. It's just very weird to see Dragon Ball based cereal. Unfortunately, this one for the Dragon Ball Weekly News of February 12th did not give us anything. However, the Dragon Ball card game Fusion World did finally release in physical form. So if you are interested in that, obviously that is some more Dragon Ball merch that you can definitely cop. Now, the funny yellow guy that you can see right here. Dragon Ball Arise Dodoria special color version. And don't worry, we'll get to that man right there in a second. But I know you're probably looking at this thing, right? And you're probably thinking to yourself, what am I looking at? Because as far as I remember, Dodoria is definitely not yellow. Dodoria is definitely pink. Now, I had this, funny enough, in, I believe, the image of Chi-Chi that was right here. We had the Dodoria. For some reason, the eyes are not painted. Oh, he's painting Dodoria. I see. Okay. So he kept the color the same, but it seems like he's painting the body. Yeah, because the body color... Well, no, I guess that is the same. Okay, interesting. I guess he's just beginning to paint it. Regardless, though, right, when it comes to Dodoria... this is what the special color version is based off of. This is a piece of Toriyama art right here, where obviously it was a bit of a different color scheme. I believe this is on the color, on the cover. I mean, definitely the color is putting me off a lot. I believe this is on the cover of one of the physical Dragon Ball manga issues that you can get, or it's like a chapter cover to something in the Namek arc. So, honestly, right, like, as weird as it is to have, like, yellow Dodoria as a figure, that is kind of gas, I'm not gonna lie, to have a figure based off of, like, an alternate color version of a character, because obviously sometimes in manga, right, you get, like, alternate color schemes that's just, like, a piece of art that's, like, included in the, you know, the actual, like, physical manga book, right, or is on, like, the cover or something like that, right? Authors do that all the time, where they have, like, alternate color schemes for different scenes, or for, you know, like, the title and cover and whatever. So pretty cool, honestly, to be getting a figure of this. Definitely not something I expected to be getting a figure of in 2024, but hey, very cool. I hope they do more of this, because to my knowledge there isn't a whole lot of like alternate color scheme things like this. The only other thing that really comes to mind is that old SH Figure Arts Vegeta, the Planet Arlia one, and I think that figure is super rare now, but anyhow, very, very interesting, honestly, and a pretty cool figure, if I do say so myself. Baby! So this is the big kahuna of this video, if I do say so myself. So we have a gigantic series version of Super Baby 2, which is awesome. This looks like a fantastic figure, if I do say so myself. Obviously, we've talked about the Gigantic series here on the channel before, and obviously, the Gigantic series, I'm trying to get to the image, there it is. The Gigantic series is a very, very big figure line where the entire point of it is, you know, it's gigantic. So, of course, it's going to be big. That is absolutely insane seeing that compared to a human being. But I really like the sculpt on this figure. I think it looks really, really good. Ironically enough, we talked about in the last video that we were like, oh man, you know, Dragon Star's Super Baby 2, you know, very cool if you want something that is like in scale with SH Figure Arts. And we were talking about how Baby doesn't have that many figures. Well, bam! Here you go. Very, very cool looking figure. Now, unfortunately, Baby is actually a premium Bandai exclusive in Japan, which means that, unfortunately, this guy is going to be marked up like crazy. The Japanese equivalent price to this, right, which in Japan he is 18,700 yen, for USD would be about 125 bucks. And as you can see on Big Bad Toy Store, they have this guy listed at the 259.99 mark. Ow! That is definitely a bit of a ding on the wallet, if I do say so myself. Now, obviously, this figure is very big, and because this is a figure that is getting imported, right, of course, Big Bad Toy Store has to be able to make a profit to sell this guy on the website, because, of course, you know, they're not going to make any money if they sell him at retail because he's such a big figure, and obviously he'll be pretty expensive to ship and, you know, all that other stuff. So that is kind of unfortunate about this guy. Obviously, definitely always look around to see if you can get a better price on this guy. Obviously, you can always look on like Japanese sites as well to see if you can get a middleman to import the figure as well. But, you know, we always just use Big Bad Toy Store just because, like, they list every single figure, so it's just an easy site to look at. So definitely look around to see if you could find this guy for cheaper if you are interested in him. I know that there are a lot of Super Baby 2 fans out there. To be honest, I would actually be 100% down to get this guy if he wasn't so expensive. I'm not even that crazy of a Super Baby 2 fan, but I love the design of him, and just having a figure of him in the collection would be awesome. So potentially in the future, but again, he ain't on the top of the list for me at the moment. However, definitely look into getting him if you are interested. We did actually have a couple of in-person pictures of him at, I'm not exactly sure where these were taken, to be 100% honest with you. But yeah, he looks amazing, dude. Holy moly. This is awesome. He definitely did a very, very good job sculpting him. The entire body, the face. We have one more picture of him here, too. Thank you to... Oh, Wonder Festival. Okay, well, that makes sense that that's where this was taken. Yeah, you can see here is another just slightly different angle. And again, keep in mind, right, coloring makes all the difference. Obviously, this was taken with a little bit of different, like, lighting and coloring here. Because you can see that, you know... Obviously, everything that's over here is centered out, but you can tell this is the same because there's this Ultraman thing here. An Ultraman standing in the background, and you can see it's right there. So, yeah. This definitely looks a little bit more like the more natural colors, I'll say, that he has. Because obviously on these production images, right, it won't be like exactly the same. And this obviously looks a lot more like brighter colors. Like it kind of looks like that this image is edited a little bit. But I kind of like the like more, I don't know, shading detail on this guy. It looks pretty cool. Here's another picture of it too, just from a different angle. But yeah. Definitely very good looking. Again, if you're interested in this figure, I honestly would not blame you because he looks awesome. If I had the money for this guy to drop, I would definitely be dropping it because he looks pretty dope, if I do say so myself. All right. So besides Baby, the only other thing that we have to take a look at here today, I did want to bring this up. This isn't something that will really be specific to this video, and then we'll talk about the last couple of things before we get out of here. Big Bad Toy Store has been doing this thing where they have daily deals, and there have been some really good stuff. I meant to say I have seen, and then it became whatever I just said. I have seen, though, some really good stuff pop up on the daily deals when it comes to Dragon Ball figures. They actually had Cell Max. I was so mad I missed out on it. They had the Ichiban Kuji Cell Max for half off, which is a really good price. So again, keep your eyes peeled on different websites and stuff to see if you can maybe cut a good deal, because obviously, like right here, right today, and I think that these will probably be different by the time this video goes up, But SH Figuarts Krillin, right, 35 bucks on sale, off of the usually $54.99, as you can see there. It seems a little bit expensive. I swear mine was not that expensive when I got him. I swear he was like 35 bucks. But and then Cell, right, as you can see, also on sale here. So regardless, though, right, definitely keep your eyes out for sales. And Big Bad Toy Store, if you follow them on Twitter, they do tweet their daily deals every day. So again, I always like to keep you guys, you know, in the loop that, hey, there's always some places where you can get figures for a little bit cheaper if you're definitely keeping your eyes open for that sort of thing. But that is going to do it for us on dbzfigures.com. So thank you, as per usual, dbzfigures.com, of course, website linked in the description if you do want to check them out. Now, we do have basically like two or three more things before we dip out of here for today. Obviously, talking about the figures that we looked at in the last video. In China, it is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and in Vietnam, it is going to be Guldo and Gohan Beast. When it comes down to it, these are kind of not surprising for where these guys are going to be produced because, you know, this is where these lines are usually produced, and obviously we've talked about in the past, and I swear like every video I mention, it's like usually China is the better factory, but Vietnam has been putting out some bangers for a fat minute now, so I would definitely not worry that these two guys are being sculpted there, but it's always just interesting to know this information. And the other thing that I did want to throw in this video before we get to our last thing here is I did post this on my community tab, and by the way, I do plan on using my community tab a lot more now. I want to use it for like news and, you know, updates and stuff like that, so definitely check out the community tab. But this was the upcoming release calendar for Dragon Ball. We did not get to talk about this in the last video, so I just wanted to throw this in this one. Unfortunately, right, a lot of the, you know, prize fairs have had Dragon Ball photo banned for the figures, but apparently in late February, early March is when we should be getting the July production images, and then August should be 2 weeks after, so not too long to wait. But we have some very interesting stuff coming up here. As you can see, excuse me, oh my gosh. To start us off, the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts Son Goku Effects Part Set 2. If you guys are unfamiliar, for SH Figuarts Goku, they came out with a effects part set where it was a bunch of like wind effects and stuff like that, and it also came with a windswept hairpiece as well for Goku. So it looks like they're doing another effects part set, which is really cool. I know that is super popular because I have seen a ton of people on Instagram use those effects for taking figure pictures, so pretty cool. Dragon Ball Arise Piccolo Daimao version B. That'll be interesting to see what like Piccolo version that is for Piccolo Daimao. Solid Edgeworks, another one which unfortunately does not have a name attached to it, so it'll be interesting to see what that figure actually ends up being. But Matchmaker's Cooler and Goku, which is awesome. I'm kind of assuming that this is going to be a Super Saiyan Goku, which I mean, it says right there, but also a Final Form Cooler, right? I think that that would probably make the most sense, and I mean, obviously he goes Super Saiyan when Cooler's final form already, so, you know, that would definitely make the most sense for what these guys will be in terms of the forms, but I'm really curious to see what these guys will actually turn out in terms of the poses. What are they going to pick? You know, are they going to do like Cooler doing his, you know, big, what is his attack called when he charges the energy ball above his head? The Supernova? I think it's the Supernova. When he charges the Supernova, right, and then you also have Goku hit that pose after the bird, right, he releases it from his hands. Are they going to have them, like, pushing back the attack? I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see what they pick for those. Those might honestly be a cop. I swear, I'm, like, not even that crazy of a Cooler fan, but I already have, like, a bunch of Cooler figures on my shelf. So, I don't know. Maybe that might have to be another cop. I do kind of like the boy Cooler. Solid Edgeworks Cell as well, which is really interesting. That is going to be very cool to see what that ends up being. You know, what form of Cell, what pose is he going to be in, so on and so forth. And probably what I am the most excited for out of this whole list, the GX Materia Tien. Very, very cool choice. Obviously, the GX Materia line is one of my favorite figure lines. Of course, it's the one that has all the different cool effects. And by golly, Tien is a awesome choice for that line, and a character that does not have a lot of figures. So definitely a very, very good pick for that. I'm really excited to see what Tien moment they pick. If it's going to be like the Dodan Ray or something else, we'll have to see. Apparently also Super Mecha 7 Dragon Balls plush. Honestly, I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming it's just going to be the Dragon Balls as a plushie. So we'll see when that eventually gets posted what that turns out to be. And we did talk about SH Figure Arts Kui, I believe, in a previous video. But we already knew that he was coming out in July because obviously that is what it said on the Premium Bandai website. So definitely no surprise there. But it will be very cool to see some more pictures of this guy when he actually drops in July, especially this. I can't wait to see what people do with the Vegeta exploding, right? Exploding of effect. That will be really cool. But yeah, obviously, you know, very cool to get a SH Figure Arts figure of a character like Kui, because obviously, like, you know, you just kind of expect more of the main cast, but it's nice to see, obviously, SH Figure Arts do more unique characters like this. And obviously, they have been going through a bunch of the Namek Saga stuff, so it kind of makes sense that they would do Kui, I suppose, but it's still just really weird seeing a high-quality Kui figure, right? But besides July, we do have August, and this is going to be very interesting to see what we get here as well. Dragon Ball Arise Cell will be interesting to see what that is, but obviously that will be one that will, you know, be more akin to like what the Dory is, not in terms of the color scheme, but the price and all that. The BOS Super Saiyan Trunks, that'll be interesting to see what Trunks they pick. I'm really hoping for BoJack movie Trunks because like there are like no figures of BoJack movie Trunks, so I'm hoping that we eventually get something of that. Solid Edgeworks The Departure Android 17, that will be interesting to see what they pick for that pose. I suppose that makes sense that they're doing 17 because obviously Cell is coming in the previous month. And in August, the Matchmakers Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta, and Broly. So that will be really, really cool to see what they choose for that. Obviously, the Matchmakers line has already gotten a Broly and a Gogeta in the past, but it will be very interesting to see what they pick for this one. Now, obviously, this is Blue Gogeta, and they do say Super Saiyan Broly here, but I was reading something on Baggy's Twitter earlier that apparently they don't specify, like, full power Broly, right? Like the green-haired Broly. They just call him Super Saiyan Broly in merch, so most likely it will probably be green-haired Broly, but it could still be Super Saiyan Broly, I think, because I'm pretty sure he fights him for a little bit when he's blue and Broly's Super Saiyan. But regardless, though, obviously that will be to be seen. That wording was terrible. I'm sorry. The grammar in my brain was like, bro, come on now. That'll be interesting to see, though, when those figures are obviously shown off, what they end up choosing for the pose, because there's still a bunch of cool stuff that they could do from that movie. Now, that is really it for everything that I have for you for official news. I did want to bring this up, though. Again, I have been kind of teetering with the idea of doing some third-party figure news, and if you guys would want me to cover it on the channel, definitely please let me know in the comments section below. But there isn't really anything too crazy in terms of new stuff going on at the moment, besides two big things. So, for one, this was really interesting. This guy popped up, I believe, on some different Chinese sites, if I'm not mistaken. And this is basically a knockoff, a fake, a third-party Gohan Beast SH Figure Arts figure. And I gotta be honest, it doesn't look terrible. Obviously, they also have a Ultimate Gohan version. This guy is from... Where did the name of the company go? Oh, well, this is the other... oh, yeah, CT Toys. My mind was getting confused by the T's there. Obviously, you can see here that the faces are okay, right? You can see I commented the faces are something. Honestly, looking at them again, I feel like they're not that bad. I think this one definitely doesn't look that great, if I'm being honest with you. And this one also doesn't look that crazy. But I think that the, like... I don't know, first two faces look okay, right? Like the neutral face and the smiling face don't look terrible. Obviously, this is a decent option, I suppose, if you did not get the original figure, and you were able to find this guy, on, you know, like AliExpress and stuff like that, right? Obviously, some of these places that you get these, you know, KO figures, right? These knockoffs, but, I mean, overall, it doesn't look too bad. You know, again, you would, of course, rather have the original one. Funny enough, the one that's in this image right here. But it definitely is not a terrible alternative if you can't afford the, you know, secondhand, you know, prices of this guy online. And not to mention, right, obviously, we're not able to get him. So that is pretty interesting, to be honest with you. Pretty cool to see that some third-party companies are releasing this. I'm honestly kind of surprised that, you know, our funny friends at the Demoniacal Fit or Kong didn't just like re-release this guy in some form or fashion, because obviously it's a bit harder to get this guy now. And the other thing that I did want to show off is this. If you are unfamiliar, the boy Tonson Art Toys is a fantastic person in the community. He recently just released this pack for the SH Figuarts Super Boo, where you can turn him into Boo Tanks, and he definitely did a very good job on that. You probably know him from his work on making a bunch of these different heads that are more anime accurate head sculpts for Vegeta, as well. He also, with, right, here's a couple of the different heads there too. As well, you also may be aware of him because he is making a Kid Buu figure for wide release, which is crazy that he is making this, and basically, like, I think he's partnering with some other people, because it would be crazy to be able to have this up for order where, you know, how many hundreds of people could buy it and then only do it by yourself. But by golly, insane work from my man, right? He does a bunch of other cool stuff. Definitely drop him a follow. I'll leave a link in the description. But he does tend to post stuff and then delete it sometimes. I think it's in fear of getting hit by the funny hammer from, you know, whoever are the powers that be. However, this is really, really cool. As you can see, it looks like Tonson's next big project after Kid Buu, because obviously that's, you know, his first, like, full figure that he is going to be releasing, is, funny enough, I was mentioning it earlier, kind of, right? This is, of course, more like the black shirt Trunks when he returns to the future, but I believe there is also going to be a Bojack version of this guy that I swear I've seen somewhere before. But yeah, Trunks, where he is going to be able to take off the jacket for an accessory, and obviously just the black shirt Trunks. Very, very exciting to see. You can see he's working here on the articulation of the figure. Looks really cool. Obviously, these are some, you know, like work in progress images, you know, because obviously the figure isn't painted like that or anything yet, but very, very cool. So I just wanted to throw this in here because if you guys would like me to cover more stuff like this, I would definitely be down for it, because I'm really interested in third-party stuff at the moment, and I just think it's interesting to cover this as well on, you know, alongside the official stuff, because it's interesting to see what the third-party companies are doing in comparison to the official companies. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. Definitely keep an eye out for that Rose comparison video. And with all that being said, Dokkan Assets out. Peace.